Alright, we got Super Typhoon Dolphin in the very eastern section of the Western Pacific Basin. It is still a super typhoon, though it has weakened from its Category 5 status. It could regain that status as it finishes out this IWL replacement cycle, and then it is expected to continue generally northwest and then move straight west. Over here in the eastern Pacific, we have still brief Hurricane Genevieve. It is expected to become a tropical storm by the next advisory. Is not expected to hurt anyone. So that's all we're going to talk about Genevieve. And then we also have some long-range signals that I want to look at today. First of all, looking at our satellite imagery over the last couple of days, we started out with this really insane pinhole eye. Then it collapsed. This is, again, Typhoon Dolphin. Then it collapsed. Then yesterday we had a very good looking eye, and it has since collapsed, and we're undergoing yet another IWL replacement cycle. This one will probably complete by later tonight, or at least get at its best by later tonight. Now, here's the long-range guidance on what could happen with Typhoon Dolphin. This is one of my favorite deterministic models, the Euro AI. It brings it, again, generally northwest, and then it brings it straight west. Also, another area I do want to look at is this area to the east of the Philippines that could actually become a brief tropical storm, at max a low-end typhoon, and it will probably be moving slowly on its way to Luzon. And at the same time, we'll be watching Dolphin head to the west, slowly weakening or maintaining intensity, and it'll move through the southern Japanese islands. And then what isn't maybe is any impacts to southwestern Maine, Japan. There's also South Korea in the mix, and the big player here is China, which this one does show it moving south way toward Taiwan. If we look at it at the last run, it was even further to the south than this run. I think it is a little more rogue compared to what will probably happen, but is definitely something to watch. Here's the AIGFS path. It shows it moving much more north than that. And beyond that, I feel like we're going to have, I think we're going to have like Central American gyre setup where we could have a bunch of weaker storms form as we head into August. It's going to be very active out here, but maybe not as intense as it has been. Now, here's the ensembles from the Google DeepMind on the track of Dolphin. Don't take this as like gospel, because things have changed so much before. Though over the last 2 days, it hasn't really changed that much. Though a lot of the ensembles are still taking it more toward, like, up toward maybe northern China instead, or South Korea, the farthest east. Taiwan is still in the picture, though. But I think China is still the biggest player here. But as you can see here, it is expected to weaken down over the next week or so. Right now it is at that Category 4 status. It will maintain that over the next couple of days. But as we head into next week, even over to Thursday of next week, we are expecting this thing to be much weaker, down to Cat 2 status, maybe Cat 3, maybe Cat 1. And here's that signal just to the east of Luzon. This would be our next system to form in any basin. And again, this one, if it does form, is expected to be weak. Some of these ensembles do take it up to typhoon status to the west of Luzon. Generally, the path on this one, though, would be to like suck it right up into Dolphin or something like that. So Dolphin is going to be a very important steering mechanism in this system over the next week or so. Now, looking at the longer range, we have our first area to watch way out here. This is Thursday, August 6th, so a week out. We have a weak signal for something to form out here and generally move away from land. But then we generally have a couple areas that could form. No defined areas at the moment, but I do think it will end up being active over the next little bit. Now, over here in the Eastern Pacific, behind what is Genevieve right now, we're going to see another signal, and this one right now, at the moment, it is not showing an impact to Hawaii, but still in the picture. I wouldn't rule it out. I would just be on watch at this point. And the strength of this one, not really looking at a strong one at the moment either. But again, this is like 10 days out. Lastly, any long-range signals in the Atlantic? Not really. We just have a bunch of random ensembles. We might have to watch out here in the main development region as we head into August, or maybe off the East Coast. Those are going to be our main areas to watch as we head further into the season. And that is all I have for you today. Really, just China, South Japan. Watch out. That's about it.